Hey folks, welcome to another episode of Taco Bonsai, or welcome to Taco Bonsai if this is your first time. Today I am doing a pot up of some cuttings, showing off a new pot, and doing an emergency repotting into that pot because the birds don't like my plants as much as I like my plants, or more so they like them as much as I do. So I had an issue there, and I'm gonna do that one first. So I'll move most of the stuff out of the way and scooch you guys in. These are less exciting. This one is kind of cool. I had the lizard pot before, got another one. So I already got a screen in there, just a little guy. I'm gonna wire in the tree. And the reason why I'm gonna wire in the tree is because my favorite mulberry was taken by the birds. So I just put it in some water to get the roots wet again. Hopefully it makes it, but I will not be shocked if it does not. This is the worst case scenario for a bonsai. So I'm trying not to use too big of particulate here. This is some old mix that I had. So I'm pulling out these big chunks. I'm just gonna pot it real shallow, you know? Actually, I'm gonna get a spoon for this. One of the best spoons for bonsai, the bar spoon. So this makes it a little easier. I can pull out these big pieces of bark. Don't want those. Yeah, this mulberry is one of my favorite. I pulled it out of the lawn and held it for a while, so I'm sure it's okay. I didn't really look at the roots much. Hopefully you can see the roots. It's not a lot going on. Doesn't really have a real tap root, which is good. And all these fine roots are because I had it in a pond basket sort of thing. So let's see if I can maneuver this and get it where it needs to be. I don't think the roots dried up too much. They seem pretty malleable still. So I think I can do this. Yeah, I think I can. This will be trimmed. Some of this will be trimmed, of course. Like, there's no way not to. But really what I'm trying to do is get this to the point where it's able to be held in, and I'll cover up the top. All right, so that's in place. I just have my pliers here. Here they are. And I'm going to pull and twist, nothing too crazy there. I'm going to actually just fold these down on either side of the trunk just to kind of keep it in place, more so than anything else, because I don't think it needs to be wired down that securely, but it certainly needs to be wired down somewhat. So that's, it's not really wiring it down, but it's keeping that in place. I'm gonna do a little snip right here with my wires to make sure that they're not interfering with anything. Just tuck these all the way down. That's probably as far as I can go, isn't it? There we go, it's a little better. All right. Now it's time to take my scissors I just had in my hand and I put them down. Immediately lost them. Sorry, this is kind of a little bit of a spur of the moment kind of thing. Nice noises, right? Scissors, that's all right. Just don't want to have all these roots going all over the place. I want to give them a good chance. They actually seem like okay roots, even though there's not a lot of them. Okay, all right, I've got this mostly tucked into the point where it's got a better chance. So, I don't know if everybody can see that. It's a very small planting. I do wish that this was more like that. So what I might do is build up under here and let it sit a little high in that corner, That work? Yeah, but now he's got to come back this way. It's probably my fault with this guy right here. Pull this one a little. Is that okay? Yeah, that's better than nothing. We're just gonna zoom through this so that we're not killing the darn thing. I'm trying to get little pieces. I'll probably have to pick out a couple of these bigger pieces, but again, when it's something like this where I really, really don't want to lose the tree, I do tend to kind of rush and use whatever I've got on hand to get to at least the same or similar position that it needs to be. So it's looking better, I know. All right, grab a little skewer, a little one this time. Just make sure everything's all packed in. There's not a whole lot for it to go around here, but I also need to make sure all my roots are under the media, not over. I feel like that's important, right? That's important. All right, well, that is, so far it's alive. Didn't do a whole lot of root work on it, so that's good too. I'm probably gonna end this episode after this is watered down. Give it a little water. All right. I know, Uzi. This one is probably going to get the best treatment of its life now. One thing I am going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of my the reason is it does make a really good top dressing. I'm going to put it across the top of this to make sure that if at all possible, this thing retains as much moisture as it can, being that it's so small. Now, this full of earth is not good bonsai soil on its own, even though I baked it in the oven a little bit. I mean, that's not firing it. It still will try to be more gummy than anything else. But it does tend to hold in some moisture. In fact, my one ficus that I repotted with it, I haven't checked on the roots, of course, where I would usually use sphagnum or regular moss. But it has been retaining moisture really nice, very much in the way that I would want. See if I can do this without getting it all stuck to my fingers. So hopefully this will help with that. If nothing else, you know, I've got a lot of moisture retaining components here. All right, so that's a very dirty, oh, it's so tiny, it's so far away, right? Let's see if I can just hold it closer, right? Let's see if I can focus on that. So that is my favorite bonsai, the little mulberry. It is potted up in a reptile food bowl. I think that was, I don't remember where the front's supposed to be. I really just got it in here as quickly as I could. And that's how it'll live. I'll probably put a little rock here. I think I've got a little rock around here somewhere, just to give it some extra something in the pot, balance it out a little bit while it's readjusting. Yeah, that's, hopefully I saved it. I can't confirm until everything's all said and done, but hopefully I saved this one. So, thank you for watching. Thank you for watching another episode of Taco Bonsai, or your first one, if it is your first. I appreciate you all. Have a great day.